I'm testing Chat GPT again. Has it learned any ancient Sumerian? Because the last time it didn't do too well. I only asked it 3 questions this time though. The first question I asked was, how would I say he is with the queen? So this is the explanation it gave me, and ultimately it gave me this translation. Now this almost couldn't be any more incorrect. Okay, so let's start with the top. So this is not the transliteration for this, and neither of these mean he. This is the correct sign for A2, and it means temple, and this is often used as a case marker. It does have a base value too, and it can mean to speak in the imperfect form, or in English we would consider that sort of a present future tense. It means ongoing. We don't actually have an imperfect tense in English though. The simplest and easiest way to express the third person in Sumerian would be with the independent pronoun, which is ene or ane, depending on time period. A quick example would be ene gumurara. Fully translates to he roared. However, I personally would directly translate this as he beat the voice at you. So, ChatGPT, he completely wrong here. So, number 2, Sumerian does not have a direct verb for to be. Well, that's incorrect. It absolutely does, but often expressed instead as the enclitic copula. Why it has included ningin, I have no idea. The verb or the noun ningin has no place in this sentence, nor are they the signs for any version of ningin. What's baffling here is it actually got the transliteration right, A, here, for this sign, where it got it wrong in number 1. Anyway, can be expressed with the enclitic copula, and I will show you that after the next 2 points. So for point 3, with the preposition with, it's given us shum to mean with, and this sign to represent it. And so similarly to with point 1, this is completely wrong. So shum does not mean with, and this sign does not transliterate to shum. This sign actually transliterates to shu, not shum, and it means hand. This sign was actually one of the first signs that I ever learnt in Sumerian, and I found it very easy because I equated it to a hand performing the hang loose sign. And shum in Sumerian has a few meanings depending on sign or context. If we're looking at the sign shum, and this means slaughter, but if we're looking at shum 2, this has a valency of 2. If it was being used as a head noun, it would mean garlic, but if it was being used as a verb, this means to give. However, the most common way to express with or express companionship in Sumerian is with the comitative case marker da. So for example, if I wanted to say with the king, I would say lugal da. But the final part of this question, ChatGPT actually got correct. Queen or lady is nin, and it's represented by this sign. So to sum up, ChatGPT said that he is with the queen is said in Sumerian Etu Shum Nin, and is represented by these signs. However, Etu Shum Nin is actually represented by these signs, which would actually translate as the slaughterhouse queen, and you would read these signs as a shunin, and is completely grammatically incorrect, but as base values could translate as speaking hand queen. But the correct way to say he is with the queen in Sumerian is ene ninda'am. So we have the independent pronoun, we have the head noun queen, the comitative case marker da, and the enclitic copula in the third person am3. All arranged in the grammatically correct word order according to Sumerian rules. So yeah, first question, completely wrong. So the next 2 questions I'm going to go through very quickly. It's going to take me seconds rather than minutes. I thought I would make this one a little bit easier considering I got the last one completely wrong. And I asked, how would I say the Prince of Heaven and Earth in Sumerian? And it gave me the answer, Dumu Anki, with an incorrect sign, incorrect transliteration, and incorrect translation. This actually says Dianki, which would translate to Justice of Heaven and Earth. Dumu Anki would be written like this, and that would mean Child of Heaven and Earth. However, Prince of Heaven and Earth is written like this, and you read it Nunanki. So, better than the first one, but still inaccurate. So, for the last question, I thought I would make it really easy. So I asked, how would I say his king? Giving me this, Lugale, which is again incorrect. So here it's chucked in the sign for temple for whatever reason. It's not needed. This says Lugal Ee, which certainly doesn't say his king. His king is Lugal Ani. If I had to translate this, it's almost like a fraction of a sentence. I would translate it the king and then by the temple, and then the rest of the sentence would be missing. It doesn't make any sense really. So yeah, ChatGPT is completely unreliable. 0 out of 3 this time, 2 out of 5 last time. Come to me if you want to know Sumerian. Don't go to ChatGPT.